Good evening, America. Good morning, Indonesia. I'm Greg Alba.
I am John.
One of the things that led this channel to growing was when we covered the raid films back in the day. And supposedly, according to many comments, Iko Uwais, the best part of Mile 22, the best part of The Force Awakens.
Oh, definitely. Such a great cameo.
I think the raid team is here, other than, Gareth Evans. Yep, that's the one. He's doing the Apostle for Netflix instead. I can't wait to get into this. Let's just roll. Uno, dos.
3 tahun gue jadi mesin pembunuh mereka. Nggak kehitung pembantahan yang udah gue lakuin.
Hell yeah, you did.
Kalau lu sudah dilantik menjadi seorang sukses, hukumnya mutlak. Jangan pernah mengampuni.
Okay, I like that motto.
Jadi saat itulah gue melihat satu kehidupan kecil yang sudah di ujung tanduk. Mungkin aja gue bisa merubah takdir gue.
Oh damn. Saved a little girl.
Gue gak ngira akan berakhir kayak gini tuh.
Apa yang gue lakuin sekarang harusnya gue lakuin dari dulu.
Berani banget lo ngomong kayak gitu.
Mending lo siap-siap sekarang.
See the bad guy?
I can't tell, but it kind of looks like. They love those over the head.
Yeah.
Whoa! Fights and suits.
Whoa! Director of Headshot, cool.
Kita hanya bisa rencana di hidup ini, kan? Tapi kita nggak pernah tahu di mana posisi kita akhir. Semua berakhir sekarang.
Damn. Oh man.
I am so happy this is coming to Netflix the same weekend Daredevil comes out.
You're gonna have just one bone crunching weekend.
Yeah, so much fight scenes for the entire
So
weekend.
much intensely realistic violence.
You just know that this trailer ain't even scratching the surface of what's gonna come from these guys.
No.
Look, I got a confession to make. I never actually watched Headshot, but what I did do with someone one day was I watched all the fight scenes from Headshot. I know that's probably going to upset some people that that's all I did. But man, those are some epic ass fight scenes in that movie too. Like the Ray people behind this, the director of Headshot doing this, and Iko Uwais it looks like he's the villain in this,
Yeah,
in
that's
this movie,
the vibe
right?
I got, yeah.
Which is cool, you know.
Nice to see him play a different type of role.
As a silly American, I can never tell when someone does a bad job if it's a foreign language film, simply because I don't speak the language. So for all I know, they're probably doing a great job or a terrible job.
Grazie, Italian Spider-Man.
Shut your mouth, pussycat, e farmi un macchiato. Pronto.
So in my eyes, I'm like, he's gonna be a great villain, you know.
Seems like off the dome, I feel like he's gonna be a good villain.
But they premiered this, well, I don't know if this really premiered it, but they played it at TIFF, and this was one of the biggest talks at TIFF. Every once in a while, we get invited to like a screening of a Netflix film to be at a theater. Never gone. But, I'm like, whatever, I'll just catch it on Netflix. But if this was playing, you just know the fight scenes are not going to be really shown here in the trailer. But when they're in the movie, they're going to be epic. If you guys have seen the Raid films, if you've seen any of the fight scenes from Headshot, you will know this movie is going to be freaking epic. And you get like little hints at it.
Oh yeah, if you're watching this on a big screen or really even a small screen, I gotta imagine that you're going to be cringing and squirming and feeling phantom pains for all the different limbs that are being broken and sliced apart. And
you pointed out that over the head shot where the crowd's kind of piling in.
just people charging at each other.
Because I remember when like people freaked out about that in the Headshot trailer too, and it's like, okay, yeah, it's the same director doing this, so he's doing the similar shot right there.
Yeah. I feel feel like the style is just super kinetic and hyper bone crunching. Because they really find ways of playing up just how hard all the impacts are and how brutal all the bone breaks and knife slices are and everything. And like even those little locked up GoPro shots like on the side of a gun just to make everything look that much more intense.
I mean, what's cool about what these guys do with their movies is that they tell... I mean, the Raid 2 gets rather complex in the way the plot unfolds.
Yeah, it's like a crime epic.
Yeah, you got to pay attention to that. It's like The Departed, that film.
4 hours long.
Yeah. The first Raid, even the plot of Headshot, and even the setup of the Raid 2. They're fairly simple plots to latch onto that makes the action easier to get like emotionally invested in rather than getting complex or having no story. They still deliver on having good character, and they deliver on this emotional intensity and having visceral action. You know, like the people being advertised here are Joe Taslim and Iko Uwais. But if you really pay attention to the trailer, there's a whole bunch of other fight scenes going on that doesn't even look like they're probably not even in those fights, you know?
Yeah.
Or if they are, they're in the middle. Like, you got fight scenes with just like 2 chicks going at it and everything.
Yeah.
This looks like it's going to be one epic-ass film. And also some cool cinematography. I like any fight scenes that are like in clubs with neon colors and everything, you know?
Yeah. A cool soundtrack to go over all that stuff. And then, I mean, these trailers always make it look like this movie is just going to be 2 straight hours of action. You know, with like maybe a couple talk scenes. So I am curious about what the overall, you know, tone and feel of the story is going to be like, especially if we are correct and Iko Uwais is the villain of this. Like, because that's an interesting turn, you know. And
I don't really remember the names of a lot of like the other actors from these films, but I'm pretty sure we saw some other familiar faces as well throughout this trailer. And in some ways, it kind of feels like a spiritual successor is the proper term I think you would use for it to something like The Raid. Or I would love it if it was some like hidden sequel, like, oh, this is where his character went after that. They did make a part 3. He crossed over after everything he's been through.
He's fully immersed and he doesn't know which side he's on anymore. Well, and there's also going to be a little girl, you know. That's always an intriguing action plot when it's like all this centers around a child of some kind.
Well, like I said, it's you know, like the plots are very simple and we've seen them done before.
And I mean that's part of the ingenuity.
Guy who does bad job decides I gotta protect little girl, and then now he's on this mission to be a better person.
And now it's just about how well do we roll that wheel, and usually pretty well.
And is there a lot of badassery, which is gonna deliver on. So,
and there's probably gonna be like at least one very inventive fight where you're like you know, like the baseball girl thing. They'll probably do something like that.
Man, I think these guys always deliver on their finale fight too. I think that's like a big thing. They understand build up. They know that you know you got to have a good introductory fight. You got to have some good stuff in between too. But usually their final fight, they go all out. Like those are long fight scenes. The final ones especially, those go on for a while. So yeah, I know this is going to give me everything I want. I just know it. Anyway, guys, before we wrap this up, I want to give a patron of the day shout out to a man named JT, the man from Hawaii. JT and I have been talking a little bit here on Twitter as of late, and this guy's losing a lot of faith in Fox with them pushing the release date schedules of all these things. Doesn't have faith in Dark Phoenix, doesn't have faith in New Mutants. And JT, I gotta tell you, man, you need to get your head in a more positive direction.
Yeah, man. You're just gonna bring it on yourself. You know, the movies are gonna turn out bad.
How are you helping these guys make better movies if you are not willing to put more positive energy? If you keep putting negative energy out there, it's going to be a bad movie.
It's on you. It's your responsibility, okay? Like, the fate of Hollywood rests in your hands, or your head, anyway.
You don't know the effect that you have on this industry, buddy. You know how we run our channel? What's JT gonna think? Is JT gonna like this video? Is JT gonna be happy? How do you think the people at Fox think? Do you think they're going, what's Screen Junkie saying? What's Collider Videos saying? What's Red Letter Media gonna say? No, they don't give a shit about those guys. They're going, what is that Japanese guy who lives in Hawaii gonna say about this girl from Game of Thrones being in our horror X-Men movie? I blame you for every problem YouTube has ever had.
Yeah. Thanks for those yellow dollar bill signs.
Yeah, thanks, Dick.
Jeepers Christ.
You're a great man, JT.
You're a good man, JT.
You guys can subscribe to the Reject Nation. Click that notification bell. And check us out on Patreon. TV show reactions, Q&As. We'd love to have you become become a Patronaject today.